funding came from Britain, really. It was British government funding. Some of that would have been raised in Ireland, but the bulk was raised in Britain. But from really the autumn of about 1847 onwards, when the British government really decided the famine was over, they more or less said, look, the famine has ended, partly because there was a good potato crop in Ireland that year. But they overlooked that, unfortunately, because of the disastrous failure of the crop the previous year, there was very little seed available. And also there was a loss of faith in the potato. So only about 1/6 the normal acreage was sown. So although the yield per acre was good, the total crop only lasted a couple of months. And the famine continued to rage for another 3 years. I'd say at least half the famine death came after the famine was officially proclaimed to be, for practical purposes, over. And what the government said was, well, look, if there is famine, if there is, let the Irish pay for it themselves. Let Irish property look after Irish poverty. Well, there's been a big dispute about the actual number of dead. And here, unfortunately, the victims of the famine have become victims of ideological conflict among historians. Basically, nationalist historians, Irish nationalist historians, because they were anxious to blame the British government for the famine, wanted to get the biggest famine they could. So their estimates often went up to 1.5 million or even 2 million dead, plus another maybe 1.5 million immigrants. Then either anti-Irish nationalist historians, whom you can call unionist historians, or you can call British nationalist historians if you want to have two nationalisms conflicting, or you can call revisionist historians in current Irish terminology. They wanted to get the